Hey, bonjour famille, Watagwan. It's your boy Bump Jonas representing for Sprinkle Some Salt Podcast. Welcome back to an episode of a segment we like to call Conversations from the Cardiac. Now, I don't want to get y'all thrown off. Most of y'all are probably used to Sundays at 4:20. What's happening to the great white gummy bear? What's happening? Today, though, it's a Saturday special. We're going to be talking to Negro Skolnelius the Great, y'all. It's about to go down. All right, so I got my blunt. I got my questions. All right, so now's the time for y'all to tell a friend to tell a friend. Shoot that arrow out there, all right? Let them know we chopping it up with Skolnelius the Great. Let me get him up in here. Get my man in there. Y'all got me a nice fresh blitz. You know what I'm saying? Ready to go. Now tell a friend to tell a friend and let them know we got a Saturday special.
It's good.
Hey, yo, what's happening, sir?
I'm glad we make it happen this time. Sorry about last time.
Hey, man, you know what? Great things happen when they're supposed to. You know what I mean? And whatever we missed in is just going to make it this much better of a conversation, man.
There you go.
Hey, so everybody tapping in. It is your boy Bump Jonas. Welcome to Sprinkle Some Salt Podcast. We're doing Conversations from the Cardiac, and I'm talking to none other than Negro Skolnelius the Great, y'all. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. So how you doing today, sir? How we feeling? What's good?
And you know what? I woke up and blessed. You know what I'm saying? So one day at a time.
There's the start. I love that.
That's all you can.
All right, man. So, hey. First thing I like to ask people, bro, and so, actually, hold on real quick. I like everyone to know, the reason why we do this, Conversation from the Cardiac, is because it's easy to say, click the link in the bio.
Yeah.
I want folks to understand who the artist is, who the creative is, who's that person that's opening themselves up to vulnerability. So once you understand who they are and why they do it, you're more apt to click the link in the bio. So with that said, let's do a little... just a little bit of scientific research, man, for me.
All right.
Fruity Pebbles, or Captain Crunch?
Oh man, Fruity Pebbles all day, dude.
Okay.
I like the roof of my mouth. You know, I'm not down with getting my roof of my mouth all cut up, man. I ain't fucking with that shit. You feel me?
I heard Fruity Pebbles was for hustlers, though. Okay, we're gonna let you have it.
Are you Captain Crunch, dude, or what?
I'm a Captain Crunch.
Really?
I'm a Captain Crunch guy. So you just contributed to science. We was doing research. You know, which one works more?
You just like butter in your cereal, huh?
Okay, hold on. Don't start barring me up, bro.
Oh, sorry.
You got me coughing on my blood. Hey, yo. So, all right, so everybody, appreciate everybody tapping in. It's your boy Bump Jonas. We got a Saturday special, Conversations from the Cardiac. I'm talking to none other than Skolnelius the Great. Now, with that said, here's my first, the corny question I like to get out the way. Who is Skolnelius, or Negro Sko? All right, and what do you do and why?
Man, Negro Skolnelius the Great, two different people, man. No, well, not really, just persona-wise. A lot of people don't know this. My first rap name was Absurd Sin. Before I was Negro Sko, when I was starting out back in 98.
Absurd what?
Absurd Sin.
Okay. That's
but Skolnelius Great is a fun-loving dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Negro Skos pulls no punches, raw MC. You know, I don't cater, and I don't call them motherfuckers. You either got the bars or you don't. Keep it moving, you know, because we in a generation now where a lot of cats is whack, and they getting on and they getting props, and they're not even spitting anything, you know, no substance, you know. So, in a nutshell, that's what it is.
And so then why? What's your? I'm not gonna say what's your message, but what are you aiming to prove? Is that a good way to put it? And I mean that respectfully.
I don't know. I think that chapter's already spelled away. I'm just trying to create some good music, you know, and be passionate with the art. You know, a lot of people lack the passion, and you know, even 20 years later, I'm still excited about hip hop. I'm still excited to collab with people. But as far as prove, like, nah, because I've done a lot. I've taught kids how to rap. My resume reads nice, man. And when I started teaching at the Hip Hop Academy, like back in the day, I lost the ego. The ego left when I realized it's more than just, cause you know how MCs are. I'm the best. I'm not great, but I'm good. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I'm not great. I'm good, and I'll hold my own with the best of them. I've shared the stage with greats. Rakim, KRS-One. You know what I'm saying? Just to name a few. Fellowship. So I don't know. I think that keeps me grounded, and I'm humble as hell. Like I'm not. The other day, this dude hit me up the other day. He said, "Yo, what you charge for a feature?" And I was kind of stuck because no one's really ever asked me for a feature. I'd rather collab with you on the strength, no money involved. Let's just do it for the love of the art.
Okay.
And I had like, what's the going rate for a 16-bar verse? I didn't know shit. My lady had to Google this shit. She's like, well, most anywhere from 300 to 1,500. I was like, hey, you want $300 for these little words, man? I'm like, let's just do a song and call it a day. That's how I am.
Right. You a humble dude, man. You a humble dude.
I'm the people's MC, man. I'm the people's MC.
I like that. I like that. Okay, speaking of MC, y'all, I want to start and appreciate everybody tapping in. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We talking to Negro Sconelius the Great.
Yes.
I was gonna start off with this quick bar because I was blessed with a link that he sent me, and this shit was crazy. My man said, "Hoop Karma raw dogs you in a dark alley."
What? You got that one? Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Oh shit! That told when I was listening to several. I'm like, okay, this is hard. I know what I already knew where the vibe was because I was blessed enough to get to see you. That's how I came across you. It was either a show that FK Menace was putting on or it was a Fresh Produce beat battle, but you were performing.
It was the Menace Madness. It was the Menace Madness one back in that fly right here back in July at Minibar.
Yeah, you were going off and you was doing your thing, man. Like for me, seeing the gray hairs, having my gray hairs, it was dope to see someone from my age bracket get up there and just wreck and rip shop, So
it's the only way to do it, brother. It's the only way to do it.
Kudos to you, man. We appreciate what you're doing and how you're putting on for this thing of ours. Just want to take a quick moment and give you your flowers for that, man.
Thank you so much, man.
Now, you mentioned you've been on stage with different folks, I heard the Rakim and all of that. Like, not all of that, but I heard that, Yeah. So who's your favorite MC? Like, the one that, when you decided to do this thing, to be a contributor to this thing of ours in the form of rap, who was the one that you modeled after?
In the beginning, it was definitely like, Redman for sure. I was a big, being on the West Coast, I listened to a lot of East Coast. But years later, I got down with like the Fellowship and started diving into Micah 9 and realized that guy's a rap genius, man. He's like, in my opinion, he's the best. No one can touch that dude. So he's definitely one of the goats in my eyes. And of course, Nas and Busta Rhymes and shit, all them dudes. But and Kool Keith for sure was definitely influential because he was just so left field with it. He had his own little lane, and he wasn't scared to be different. I feel like a generation's scared to be different. They all just either doing the same or they're coattailing, doing shit with people because they're established. I don't do coattails, man. Fuck that. If you writing coattails, I'm gonna shake you off that shit. You gotta come up on your own merit, man. Period.
Yeah, man, I love your energy, bro. You come off like a real, definitely a cool dude, but the OG that's gonna check you though. Like, hey man, we ain't with that shit. I ain't with that fuck shit. Get out of here with that. I love that, man.
You gotta be, man, because no one's getting checked anymore. You can check people without being rude too. Like I have a big issue with people rapping over vocals on the live.
Don't talk about that. So go ahead and dive into that.
It's a pet peeve of mine, man, because I feel like you do the audience a disservice when you up there doing your rap karaoke shit. So you went to the studio, you spit them bars, you learn them bars, you spit them bars, okay? I have more respect for someone that's going to have what I call rhyme turbulence when you might forget some lines on stage, kind of fumble, but the freestyle kicks in and you make it to the hook. Okay. But it's just in the last 10 years, it's like a plague, man. Everyone's up there rapping along with themselves. So, I pull out my soapbox during my set and I'll say some words. And I'm gonna give you a quick story, real short and sweet. I was at the Riot Room some years back, and you better go on after me. You know what I'm saying? know, if you're going on before me and you're doing that bullshit, you're not gonna like me. And this dude had some words for me outside. You know, I was like, yo, before you get all hostile, let me buy you a beer. Let me tell you why you don't do that. And in the course of the conversation, I could see the light bulb go off in his dome, and he was ready to, you know, throw hands. And he, oh man, my bad, I didn't know. Thank you for educating. You know, and you gotta take it as a learning opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, that's just my opinion, man. Like everyone's got their way of doing stuff with hip hop, but the culture is getting dumbed down more and more each year with this generation, man. You know, so. But I don't want to be the angry old man, get off my lawn, but sometimes you need to be that angry old man. So people know, you know, because they didn't have the influence we had growing up, man. You know, they're looking up to these 6ix9ine and Meek Mills and shit. Like, you know, I'm sorry, man. Like I just can't fuck with it. Straight
Nah,
up,
bro, that's my arm. I should have just sprinkled before he started because y'all could tell he was going in. But I mean, there was nothing but facts. That was all real shit. And you know, I wanted to say though, one thing I definitely love about your presence and what you put off. Not only that you show that mature hip hop can happen, and not all hip hop. The hip hop is not just rap. You let us know that beer and pizza and weed and good times and family, that's all hip hop. And then to be able, because a lot of people forget that one of the elements of this thing of ours is knowledge, doing the knowledge. And what you did right there, not only by like standing up and checking as an OG, but then having a conversation like, nah, let's drink a beer. Let me holler at you real quick.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
shout out to my man Ultra Mag. A lot of conversations and dope shit happens over a beer in hip hop. So, you know, shout out to you for that, man. Definitely big kudos.
Thank you.
Now, you had mentioned West Coast, and I definitely could tell from meeting you that you West Coast. You even had it on your logo. Yeah. You got a reference to the West Coast, but you also like are in KC and you rep for KC. So my real question, with no disrespect, is why KC?
My dad was from here. My dad's origins are in KC, but he passed away some years back. So I just stuck around, man. You know, and grinded and made a name for myself. You know, in the 20 years I've been here. So yeah, I love KC. It's definitely home. I've been here longer than California, so I got to claim it. But, you know, California is a big part of me, you know. That's where I came up. That's where I learned manners and cool, you know, respect and not, you know, beefing and, you know, courtesy, skill, all that shit. It all happened in California, you know.
So we have, and I want to get to a little bit of your upbringing and your upcoming or coming up in California, but talk to us a little bit. Because you are a walking testament to this culture of ours. So talk to us a little bit about the hip-hop culture in KC. I mean, we have, on the outside, it looks like it's just like mob music, you know, kind of hood funk music, the new wave drill. But is that all there is? What do you see from your perspective?
Well, it's changed a lot, man. Since when I first got here, there was a handful of cats that had some skills. Maybe 2 handfuls of cats that got some skills. And some of them are still carrying on doing their thing, but a lot of them aren't rocking anymore, man. And we have like you said, a lot of the mob stuff and the hood stuff. I get it has its place, man, but it's a lot of that. It's oversaturated, honestly, you know. But what can you do? Just I say like this: I don't really try to focus on who's doing what. I create my art in my lane, and over the years, I feel like it's not as good as it used to be. Anyone can get on, man. You know, it's just I don't know. Technology made it accessible for everyone to rap when they don't know how to rap. You know, and you gotta start somewhere. You know, like to quote my homeboy brother Moses, he said, "You cats out here practicing in public."
Oh shit! Oh shit!
That was the line we would always say, man. It's just like because you know back in the day, man, like I challenged motherfuckers, man. Almost got my ass kicked at Club Mardi Gras. We was lined up serving we wouldn't say we were serving, but we was battling everyone in the club, man, because I was in there like, fuck KC, this is LA, this is West Coast. Not knowing, man, fuck talking bad about the Chiefs, you don't do that. But I had to learn how to find a way, you know. But, you know, years later, them same cats give me love and respect. I reach out to them to do stuff, they reach out to me. So, but back then it wasn't funny. But I was trying to, you know, prove a point, try to, you know, establish my presence here in a town where it's really small, man. It's really small. Everyone knows everyone.
Right.
And if you're doing something worthwhile, they know who you are.
Right.
You know?
Now that's word. That's a testament to the town in that sense because of how small it is, but how well, like, if you're making a move and it's positive or it's doing something, it'll get noticed. It'll get noticed.
Totally.
So, all right, let's have a little fun here. I like to switch up the convo all around, you know. So, comedy or horror?
Horror, man.
Horror. Okay.
Yeah, man. I like
All
the
right.
horror.
So I just read an article that said, and it had to have been a joke article, but it said that it was like 10 things to do, 10 things to not do when you're using marijuana or cannabis, and they said watching a horror movie was one of them. So my question to you is the scariest movie you've ever seen, and would it be even scarier if you were lit, if you was off a joint or a blunt?
Damn, the scariest joint. I was in the theater and people were like, it was called. There was The Messengers. It was about a family out in rural somewhere, and all this shit was going on. But I was in the theater by myself, man, and it was the audio and the sounds that scared me more than the visual. You know, like that scared the shit out of me. I ain't gonna front. I was like, damn, I'm here by myself watching this. It was The Messengers. I need to revisit again, but that was definitely one of them. But yeah, if I was stoned, I probably would have left or moved up higher in the theater, so no one was behind me. Type, you know. You got two people, either they're front row or middle or way in the back. Most times I'm way in the back when I watch a movie in the theater. So, but I was in the middle that time, and I was kind of rethinking my position watching that movie. But yeah.
You a brave soul, man. Hey, shout out to everybody's tapping in. We're having Conversations from the CardiaC Saturday special, man. We spinning the block to talk to Sconelius the Great, a.k.a. Negro Skull. Shout out to our large sponsor, My Heart, the Can of Chemist, Strax Pastry OG. I see Satellite Back to the Lab, my commission brothers. Appreciate all y'all tapping in. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend, y'all. All right, so here's my question. How do you cannabis? I see you got the little jointski going. Is that your standard mode operation?
Boy, the penitentiary joint, the little skinny guy. I don't do blunts, man.
Okay.
I don't do blunts. They're just too harsh on my throat, man. And and back in the day we used the blunt because the weed was weak. So I feel like you put the good stuff in that brown paper, it's just where it takes it, man. But I don't smoke as much as I used to, for sure. It's just like, I'm not burning joints to the face all day. Can't do that. Don't get shit done.
You say, I smoke to get shit. I try. Let's put it that way. It may take me longer. So, but all right. So we were talking about, your perspective of hip hop, and I really love your angle and where you're coming from. So here's a question that I always ask I talk to a lot of different creators, but those that mess in the lane of hip hop, I always ask this particular question, or a couple of them. But what is a freestyle to you?
Freestyle, man, no brainer, off the head, improv in the moment, like the jazz greats. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a verse that somebody's already heard. It's improvisation.
So what if it's a verse being used for something else? Like no one's heard it yet, but then they end up using it a year later on an actual track.
Nah, that's not a freestyle.
Okay.
That's a written. If you penned it, it's always written. Off the head is always freestyle in the moment, in my opinion. And also freestyle dancing, because I used to dance before I was an MC. So freestyles, we freestyle rapping or we freestyle dancing? Because I could do both for you. You know what I'm saying? But freestyle is always off the dome, man. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. We can debate that. But
is that because of you coming up on the West Coast, Freestyle Fellowship, Micah 9?
For sure, that the improvisation of it all, man, and it's not even just him. Like it's amazing how people want to say a freestyle is this and it's not that. When it's plain as day, man. Any real MC is gonna say, "Yo, it's off the head," of course. But the people that tend to have resistance is those that can't freestyle, and then sometimes MCs getting their feels when they can't improv, they can't freestyle. That doesn't make them less of an MC, but don't discredit, someone that can do the art form well,
by diluting the definition of that talent that they have. I appreciate that. I like that. All right, some of y'all artists might be needing a beer after this, man. When you hear some of these words from Scornelius, man, he keeping it raw, y'all. Raw
Yeah,
dog and
but it's
like
just like,
karma in the alley.
man, at the end of the day, Bump, man, like, I love hip hop, bro. I write daily, and a lot of stuff doesn't get heard, doesn't make it to the, and that's okay, you know. I love freestyling, but I don't freestyle nearly as much as I should to keep the skill sharp, because that'll go away. I kicked the freestyle I kicked the freestyle yesterday, and I kind of zoned out. I was like, "Ooh, I still kind of got it," because when you don't spit the bars, you get rusty.
Let's dive into that a little bit. And this is a tangent. I have a lot of tangents here. We probably won't even get to all my questions, but what makes a good freestyle? What makes a dope freestyle? Or it doesn't have to be dope, but just what makes a good freestyle?
Well, good freestyle is going to be funny, what I'm saying, insightful, in the moment, talking about your surroundings, got some message in there too. It's all in the moment, really. You could have a freestyle. Yeah, man, I'm feeling this. With some freestyle, it's like writing. You're gonna have a good written, you're gonna have a bad written. You have your on and off days. But I respect those that attempt to freestyle and fall off and stumble, because that's how you get good.
Right. Like
riding
a bike.
Dude, I've come up with some amazing shit off the head, bro. And 7 times out of 10, I didn't record it. But when you capture that moment, man, hey, dude, it's it's kind of like out of body experience when you're like really in the zone, thinking of what you're gonna say next while you're saying something right now. It's crazy how fast your mind.
That's literally like next to saying in the zone. When you hit that flow and you're freestyling, like you're truly flowing, man. So shout out to anyone that can, anyone that does. Thank you so much for that dope ass answer, man.
Yeah.
So as an MC who can freestyle, dance, or spit, pick your poison, y'all. What's your favorite beat or beat type? You know what I mean? Like, there's a certain thing that I've noticed across all MCs where there's a certain beat or drum pattern that if it comes on, they're gonna nod their head and start. Something's gonna trigger them to want to start spitting.
Oh yeah, the boom bap, man, all day. The boom bap, all day. And also get down with some trip hop stuff. Kind of Portishead-esque, slow, dark. I like the dark. Can't help it. It speaks to me. And sometimes it's the mood is dark, but the content isn't.
Okay.
Lyrics. You think the lyrics would be a little raw with the beat, but it's just, I don't know. It speaks to me, man. It really does, and that just keeps me motivated.
Now,
for sure.
So what came, or I'm gonna say which came first. I'm gonna say that. Which taught you more, your college years or high school years, when it comes to like hip hop, your exposure or experience with hip hop?
My older years, I didn't hit college, but yeah, definitely the last 20 for sure changed how I look at hip hop, man. As we approach 50 years, so I'm just blessed to be involved, man, and have an outlet, because when you're going through things, that pen to the page, man, save your mental, and save your mental, bro. Paying for a therapist, boy, grab you a journal and write something down, bro. You might feel a little differently after you, you write it down. Okay, I got it out. I'm now next. Keep it moving,
Hey, peace to everybody tapping in. This is a Conversations from the Kardiac. We talking to Scornelius, the great Negro Sko, y'all. Hey man, so walk us through. I'm gonna make this a two-parter, but walk us through your first performance.
Oh wow. Like as an MC or as a dancer?
You know what? No, let's talk through your dancer aspect. We've been talking about the MC, but let's walk through your first performance as a dancer.
Man, it'd probably be like 93. We used to rock these shows at local high schools and middle schools with the local DJ. We'd be the entertainment for the school dances, and we would pull up and perform. My homeboys would rapping, I would dance. So I was like the dancer, because back then rappers had dancers and shit, you know, like Kwame and shit, Big Daddy Kane. Like we were on that tip, but I didn't spit. So that was like probably my early exposure to performing. You know, it wasn't a huge show, but gave me some insight and made me a better showman as an MC.
Okay.
You know, being
Okay.
animated, moving around. You know,
You know,
free.
and I would say that definitely is carried with you because when I saw you at the Menace Madness, you were using the whole stage. You used the entire scope of that stage. A lot of moving around. So when did you switch from dancing to MCing?
Oh man, probably like seriously, like I don't know. When I came here, '99, I did our big first show was like '97, and as an MC, that was my first show as an MC. And I look back at that video, man, I wasn't that good, man, but I had the antics on stage, man. So it kind of like it carried, you know, the not so good bars. You know, you got to humble yourself, man. Like that shit wasn't that great, but
Right.
it
You just starting off though.
tells me a lot about myself, and it's still me, but just a little more skill. But I love dancing, man. I just can't help but move when I'm on stage. So it's just like I don't know, it just comes out.
Well, I think from a spectator's point of view, an MC or a performer that uses the whole scope of the stage gives us a wider range of what they're expressing. I love it. You know what I mean? It's just more movement.
Yeah.
And I don't got to just sit there and look at you. I got to move around and interact with the environment, you know? So,
that's just me trying to keep up with my mind, too, trying to keep them words together. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie, man, I find the challenge now is just retaining the words as I write them. It's not sticking like it used to.
oh,
And
okay.
you know, it's a battle, but I accept that, and I'm gonna face it and battle it and beat it. But it's a trickery. It's trickery there sometimes, man. It's like, damn, I wrote this shit, but I can't remember how the fuck it goes.
Man, look. Man, listen. So walk us through, or not walk us through, but what's thinking of trickery, what's the proper way to hold the microphone?
Oh man, it's, you know, the grill up down here. I don't know. Kind of, grills at the top. Here's the handle. That's the proper way.
Why is it that you think so many MCs hold the whole grill, like the whole thing?
They see cats do it. They see it. It's just kind of like I don't know. It's just bad etiquette with the mic. Anyone will tell you that. I catch myself doing it too sometimes, man. You know, so you just kind of gotta, you know, kind of keep it. You know, I don't know. It happens, but when you're cupping the mic and you're rapping into your fist, you're fucking up. And I don't want to hear anything you gotta say. If you're like completely like rapping into your fist with the grill in your palm of your hand, fucking stop. That's not how you do it, man. Come on. But you know, whatever. They watch these other rappers do it. You know, keyword rappers. MCs don't do that shit.
So I was going to ask that question. Let's get into that real quick. MC versus rapper. What's your definition?
Yeah. Full package. The MC's got it all. You know, full package. Bars, freestyle, showmanship. You know what I'm saying? Character, talent. Rapper, he may just got a good voice and some hype behind him. You know, in that sense, as far as like how the scope of things are, you know, all MCs are rappers, but all rappers aren't MCs. You got to have that in you. You know,
there you go.
You gotta have, you know. Yeah, I'm a rapper, but I say MC. We say MC. We're MCs, man. Rappers, whatever. For the who don't know what's going on. Now there are some rappers that are dope. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely.
You know they embody they're MCs, like, you know, fucking rappers MC shit, like some Jadakiss shit, man. I think he's like a rap, but he's an MC. He got that rapper energy, but he's an MC.
He MC the shit out of that verses, bro. Like,
yeah, exactly. You know.
Okay. All right. Are you a pen and pad or phone?
Oh, bro, pen and pad, brother.
Okay. Keep it traditional.
Everybody's tapping in. Sorry, losing the feed here.
Are you all right? You all right? We keep it rough, rugged, and raw. All right, so here's a question. This is just kind of a personal one for me. because I'm a pen freak. So
Yeah.
what's the best pen for you to write with? Like, you a Sharpie guy, a ballpoint, fine point?
You know, really, man, it's whatever's in reach, brother.
All right, all right.
I don't really have a preference. Usually black ink, you know what I'm saying? I don't really think about it. If it's working, I'm using it, you know.
Got you.
But I used to write rhymes on the phone. I mean, tap rhymes on the phone. But then you start losing them phones, and you're like, damn, where them bars gone?
Oh,
So
shit.
it was like a separation thing. And I was like, I can't. But in the moment, on the fly, real quick, yeah, I'll write something on the phone. But eventually,
Have
I'll
you ever?
transfer the paper.
So it ends up on paper eventually. Have
Oh
you
yeah.
ever like misread? Like, you wrote something down and you come back to it and you're like, damn, what the fuck did I write? You ever have a bar or a line like that where you can't read what you put down?
I got half pages of poor penmanship, bro. Yeah, don't get me started on that. Yeah, all the time, all the damn time.
All right, what's the worst food to eat before a show?
Oh man, I'd say probably something like a hamburger or something.
Something.
I don't know,
Yeah.
my opinion. I gotta do like a slice, and you know, but you can't eat too much before showtime, man. No,
Slice.
no, man.
Now, you got
Definitely.
pizza on your logo. You got beer. Beer is definitely a hip hop thing. Where does pizza come in for you? Is that just like a staple food growing up? I know that's definitely a West Coast food.
Oh yeah.
But how does pizza play into your life? Like, it ends up on the
Oh man,
logo.
shit, man. That shit kept me employed for 15 years, man. I was working in pizza spots, and you know, learned a lot and took from and had a love for it and became a connoisseur. You know, so I made pizzas.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and
You over here
that's what.
doing the right
Yeah,
thing. He a dancer, pizza maker, MC. Did you curse out Sal, man?
yeah, bro. We're out here doing it. No, pizza's important, man, because it's it feeds you and it's tasty, and I like carbs, so.
All right. For all you lactose folks, get that pizza
Yeah,
up.
we're doing it.
Hey, man. So, and again, I mean no disrespect by this question. Do
No, no,
you
go ahead.
feel that you've hit your 10,000 hours when it comes to being a hip hop professional? And if
Oh
you've
yeah,
not, okay, you have. Okay. When
I
when
feel I
do
have
you
for sure.
when do you think that happened? Like, what? I guess the question is, at what point did you look back and be like, "Yo, this is me. I really do this."
Man, at least 10 years ago, honestly, you know, from the music to the performances, for sure. Studio, writing, yeah, songs, catalogs long, It's
Extensive.
there. The hours are there. They're and the books.
You said
You know what I'm
it,
saying? Like,
the books.
the time you take to pen, that's the hours.
Ah,
You know,
yes, the
it
rhyme
ain't all it
books.
ain't all
Yeah,
stage. You know what I'm saying?
and you
Those are hours we
put a lot
put.
into your craft. From, again, any of those. Now, I usually wait till the end, but you guys should definitely be clicking the link in the bio. Make sure that you're fucking following up with him. I believe his page is private, but there's still links to get to his music,
Yeah.
and it's definitely worth listening to. So, when it comes to music and projects, how long, and from your opinion, how long is too long between projects?
I say too long.
Hmm.
I say a year. That's not, I know people put out singles like every month and stuff, but a year, two. You know, I probably went the longest I didn't go out put out a record was probably 2 years. You know.
Damn, you prolific. Okay, all right. Shout out to my
Yeah.
man Ray's son, my commissioner brother, Fifth Element Hip Hop. So, for musically, what's a musical guilty pleasure of yours? Like, for me, something I don't normally reference, but I'll mention here and there. I love country music, and so it's like a guilty pleasure. What's the musical guilty pleasure of yours?
But it's disco, and there ain't nothing guilty about it, baby. I want the world to know. It's disco all day, baby.
Either way,
Woo-wee, I
it's a
love that.
disco.
Oh man, it gets me. It gets me, man. It's that dance. The love of the dance. It just put a smile on my face, bro. This people be hating, but it's good. It's good music.
So is dancing your first love? Like,
Oh yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
okay. So if you stop making music right now, you would still be dancing. You'd
Yeah.
still be, would you
Yeah.
perform?
No, not like that. No, I would just be in the circles with the B-boys, you know. But I'm unconditioned to dance now. So I'm getting winded after like 2 minutes. I gotta catch my breath for 15. I was like, oh,
Gotta
but
take a break before he get his prep ready and shit. All
oh, I got. Oh man, got to stretch. Oh, B-boy.
right. So here's a question. This might, it might seem kind of vague, right? But we're on the 50th year of hip hop. So, and you're definitely a creature of hip hop. So this question aligns with you. How can hip hop and rap better align? Or does it already align well?
It aligns very well now, but it can align better with just, you know, subject matter, you know, being on the same page, respecting each other's, you know, what they're bringing to the table. As much as I, you know, dislike a lot, I still give, you know, I'll still give you your props, man. You up there attempting, you know. I think the unity needs to come together, you know. I don't know.
All right. Now, do you have any other musical gifts? So we found out that you dance, you make pizza.
Yep, yep, all facts.
What else can you do? Any other musical talents? Like, can you play drums or tap dance?
Nah, man. Oh man, tap would be nice. I would love to learn that. I respect that for him for sure.
You might get
No,
into
no
some
instruments.
better shape.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to cannabis, and you mentioned you're a joint guy. You don't mess with blunts or tobacco product. But when it comes to like the cannabis industry or trendiness now, do you think it's appropriate for old heads like us? Like I'm in my 40s. I don't know how old you are, but you know you're over 30, obviously. Is it appropriate for old heads to be dabbing and using the rigs and the wax and shit?
Man, if you want to get sky high like that, boy, I don't know. I'm if that's your thing, man. I don't fuck with the dabs and rigs. It's just my lungs can't handle that. You know, I ain't trying to pass out. I'm just trying to get you a little buzz. You know, and it's kind of crackish, man. It's kind of like freebasing weed, man. It's just the tools, the torch. Just like whatever it is, what it is. You get loaded and shit. People want to get loaded. You get loaded, but just put it in some paper, pass it, just have a good time, sip some bourbon. You know what I'm saying? Drink some
Hey,
beer.
shout out to my man Ray Sun, 724. Make sure y'all fuck with him. He said old young heads, 420 in Vegas. That's his cannabis podcast, man. So if y'all fuck with
Okay.
Bud, y'all should check him out.
Sure.
I'm gonna echo your sentiment, bro. When I first got introduced to dabs, I was like, I don't know, man. That's crackish. That's kind of crackish. I don't
Right?
know. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
real practice,
You gotta
bro.
heat something up with a flame
Yeah.
torch and then put some liquid shit
Bro.
on it. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Where's the spoon?
Dude,
I don't know.
my boy Heathen had some dabs that looked straight like rock. It was white,
That's
but it
wild.
was
But
it
you
was
know,
it was that it was that live resin. I was like,
yeah.
what? I was like, what, bro? I was like, no, I'm good. Ain't
All
doing it.
right. So, talk to us a little bit about like your studio rules. You had mentioned etiquette. Do you have any pet peeves or taboos, or whether you're in your home studio recording or you're at a studio, a commercial studio or whatever? Like, what's your process?
Just you know what? We don't write in the studio, we just track vocals.
Ooh.
So if we going in, we just tracking them. We don't hang out and puff blunts. Personally, myself, because most times I'm just laying vocals for solo projects. We don't bring people with us unless they're contributing. You know, home studios, there's no rules. I'm in the comfort of that person's crib, and we're doing it how we want to do it. You know, but I do both. I go to the lab down in the basement. Shout out to my man Spartacus. You know what I'm saying? Spartacus the Oracle. We got a project dropping
Okay.
real soon. So yeah, I like home and I like professional. So I do both. But it's just let's get it done. We ain't here to play
Right.
or hang out.
Get to the
You know.
work. Efficiency. I like that.
Yeah.
My man Enderlands, local photog editor and fashion icon in the KC area. Actually, we've interviewed him here. on this segment. He says, do you have a certain rolling papers that you use?
Just the old white zigzags, man. The short joints, not the orange ones. Oh, that's what I roll with, man. The classics.
Classic. All right, man. He's a traditional cat, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Sprinkle some salt out podcast, Conversations from the Cardiac. Now's the time to tell a friend to tell a friend. We're talking to Skolelius, the great Negro Sko, y'all.
What's up?
Don't fuck around and get raw dog by
Happy
karma in the
Saturday.
dark alley.
Yeah, that was a pretty hard bar, man. It was just that visual, because people out there doing bad, man, and shit will come back around on you, dude. Yeah. And it's just, it's heavy. It's heavy.
I love
Sometimes
it, but
I realize
I think it's I just like, because it speaks to how dope you are lyrically and where your mind flexes from, and it's a good reminder that hip hop doesn't have to, or rap doesn't always have to come from its angle. You know what I mean? But still can represent the full spectrum of the whole culture, man. I love it.
Thank you.
Thank
you very much, bro. I appreciate that.
Man, absolutely, bro. You deserve it, man. Flowers all day. What's the worst tattoo you've ever seen?
I saw this woman with a SpongeBob tattoo. Yeah, that was pretty bad. On her right here on us, right here.
Ooh,
I was like, wow, it's pretty bad. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm tat free. I don't, no disrespect to tats, but I don't have any. You have any tats?
I do. I got like probably about 13 or 14. Some soon coming more.
Yeah, I know a lot of dope tattoo artists, man. So if I got one, I'd probably have to get like 8, because they all be like, yo, come, I didn't tattoo you up, bro. So now I got half a sleeve here.
Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
I'm good.
All right, man. So if somebody, we got about 20 minutes too, so we good on time, right?
Oh yeah, totally, man.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. Appreciate you. So look at now, I mean, for me, looking at your body of work, I just see dopeness, prolific, extensive. What would someone on the outside looking in, a brand new fan, how would you describe your body of work to them?
An assortment of raw thought, fun, humor, seriousness. I don't know. It's all over the place, man. It really is. And I like that, because I work with a variety of people, so that kind of helps my shit stay like, yo, can't keep coming the same when you have 4 or 5 producers that taking good care of you. So I don't know. I think the audio quality of some of it is a lot better now than it was, of course, now back then. But I got a lot of it's on my Bandcamp page. So if you hit the Bandcamp, I got about probably 4 or 5 albums that are like from before 2005. So,
and it's that's something else, man. Your material is aged well, and I mean that says a lot to your discipline and consistency. So, you have, I had it written down and I don't see it, but I want to make sure I ask this question. You have a series that you've been doing on your page. I think it's called Writing Verses or Verses, but like, what? I guess my question is, what inspired that? Where you just start sharing verses that you've been writing?
This is me being in my little cubby over here, bored, and say, I'm gonna share this verse, test the water, see what people think of it, and it's kind of just giving, like I say, feeding the content monster, because you gotta constantly have stuff to share, and I don't share nearly as much as one should if you're trying to promote and get followers and all that. So I do what I like that, but it's not always my mission. But lately I've been inspired to share more, so that's where that comes in. I
love it, man. Well, I mean, I think it's dope because it gives us the opportunity to hear, because it's like lyrics sound dope over a beat, but when you can, shout out to my man Back to the Lab, when you get a chance to read the lyrics, or in this case, hear the lyrics in a standalone sense, sometimes, like, even if the beat's going, you don't have it powering over, it impacts that much differently or that much better, So I just appreciate you sharing.
Thank you.
What's your favorite, outside of rap and dance? What's your favorite art or style of let me say this correctly. What's your favorite style or medium of art?
I like graffiti, for sure. I'm a huge graffiti head. I tried to paint, but I was whack, so I stopped. But I have some homies that are, killing it on that level. So I appreciate it. I follow hella graph pages. So, yeah, definitely, And, of course, modern art, oils and shit, canvases, acrylic, all that good stuff. Solid expression.
Okay.
I wish
What
I
was
could draw, but
what
I
was
don't.
your favorite movie growing up?
Oh, man. As a kid or as like
Let's go like
teenager?
let's go like teenage years. Those
Oh, man.
formative teenage years.
Harlem Nights was definitely one of my faves. And then fucking shit. People don't remember this movie. It was pretty off the wall. It was called Hamburger the Movie, and it was about this university. They went to learn how to make hamburgers to sell and shit, like a fast food university type deal. It was so cornball, but it was one of my favorites. Hamburger the Movie, yeah.
Was it a comedy?
Yeah, it was a comedy. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you listed 2 comedies. How do you end up fucking with horror and scary movies?
Well, actually came from the Hellraiser, that Pinhead shit.
Ah,
That kind of drawed me. That was my early introduction.
okay. So what do you think? Where do you think is the best city for hip hop right now?
I don't know, man. I couldn't even tell you, man, because I'm not out there like that. I would say it depends on what you like. People say, Atlanta, LA, New York. I don't know. What city you're at, Your local scene is where it's at. That's what I say.
There we go. That was
invest in where you're at, man. Like, don't get caught up on, LA, Southwest, where, just make the art.
just make the art.
Just make the art and have fun with it. That's my end goal. That's my mission. Just make the art.
We're gonna quote that one. I like that one. Just make the art, y'all. God damn. All right, so okay, this is a little tongue in cheek, man. I'm having fun here, but where did all the ops come from?
Like
when you listen to all these artists nowadays, especially in rap, there's a lot of ops. Where do all these ops? Did we just grow so many? Did the haters become ops, or are we really just people after us? What's going on?
It's the haters are after you, and they won't stop. At the bottom line, yeah, the ops are real, man. I am the ops, motherfucker. You probably hear this. Oh, he's the ops, dog. That's all right though, because I'm gonna back mine up. I got something for him, So
don't be in that dark alley, y'all. Don't be in that dark alley.
Right, raw dog by karma. Doesn't feel good.
So man,
not by the slightest.
Now, what video game stole most of your coins growing up?
Mortal Kombat. Yeah, and Burger Time.
Ooh.
Burger. I'm back on that burger train again. Burger Time. Yeah.
That's a callback, y'all. That's a good one. All right. Hey man, just a couple more questions here, bro. And I hella appreciate your time. Bicycle of choice.
You said bicycle?
Yeah. 10-speed, traditional Schwinn, BMX, trike, don't matter.
Probably definitely a mountain bike, I would say. My old mind would say mountain bike, but my young mind would want a BMX because I never really had one growing up. So, but I ain't trying to break my neck on that BMX.
Man.
Here. Yeah.
Somebody said Ninja Gaiden Shinobi took all their coins.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. That one.
Yeah. Ooh. That mug got a 7-Eleven on my block.
Do you want to continue? My man Indolent said we're all the ops. So as the MC, as a dancer, as someone that has, spent 20 plus years on stage and shared the stage with a lot of folks, a lot of dope folks.
Sure.
What is stage presence?
Man, it's you. It's your confidence. It's your energy. It's how you connect with the people that pay to see your ass on stage. It's an interaction. It's movement. It's sweat, and it's all that, man. It's everything, man. It's your lifeline to a potential fan in the future. You know.
But y'all better listen, take some notes, y'all.
That stage presence, man. Yeah,
Is that something
it's the
that someone
it's
can be? I mean, there's certain things that are just in you, right? You just have. Some people are extroverted, right? But is stage presence something that you can learn?
oh yeah,
Can you pick it up?
oh yeah, you can. Yeah, you can watch studies like you know, like dance. You watch some certain moves, you're gonna get that move down. You know,
Mm, okay.
you get the repetition within your stage presence. You know, and then
Okay.
so I don't know. That's kind of that's worked for me. You know, and it's also, you know, if even if you have an audience of 5 or 1,000, they're gonna give the same presence on that stage. And that's the difference. If people fail to, you know, they get lackluster because there's no one's here, or they get caught up in, you got to be at the front of the stage. You got to be at the front of the stage. You know, like, I'm not gonna just do your thing, man.
Mm,
You know, that's
mm.
part of the stage presence. You bring them. You know,
Pull them to
they're
the
gonna hear you.
stage.
Exactly. Don't
All right.
command it because they command it too early and they haven't earned it yet. Don't command something on stage you haven't earned yet. Stage presence.
Bro, some of y'all gonna be hurt after watching this interview, man. There's a lot of just raw gems in here, but I pulled a muscle in my elbow.
Man, I got a pitch nerve. I woke up with a pitch nerve, bro. Something. Oh man, that shit still hurts, but I'll be all right.
Oh man. All right, so tell us about whether you were attending or performing. Tell us about a show that just went left, right? Like it was, expecting it to go one way and it just went the whole other way. And it could have been good or bad. It just was an unexpected scenario that happened at a show.
Oh man, this is. Oh man, there's too many. Derailed show. Was a house. No, I won't say that. That show wasn't that derailed. Columbia, Missouri,
Mm.
with my dude Funk Knuckle and Monty L, me, Tristal, and my dude, the late Info Gates was there, and it was pure shenanigans that night. Cass was getting booed, and yeah, we got paid and we dipped with the money. You know what I'm saying? Because we earned that. But just go to say that words were exchanged at a certain motel later that night, and yeah, yeah, and we were okay. No one went to jail. No one got hurt, and everyone still stayed paid. So, but yeah, there was in a nutshell. That's the first thing I could think of. But that was
It went way left. All right, man. So, what's actually, I'm gonna say that. Is there because you again, I want to emphasize on the fact that like you multifaceted when it comes to this thing of ours, but in general in life you're a very creative person, right? And so like there's dancing and there's rapping and there's writing and all kinds of things. So when it comes to hip hop, you do a dance battle or a cipher or you're in a lyrical cipher or just dealing with people. Is there etiquette? Is there a certain etiquette that we kind of know to follow when it comes to hip hop or interacting with folks?
Yeah, totally. As far as cipher etiquette you're talking about right now?
Right.
Oh
Right.
yeah, it's etiquette. Yeah, don't come off all ready to battle. Respect everyone's time. 16. Don't cut cats off after they started rapping. It's definite etiquette in ciphers. But it's yet to see because I haven't seen a cipher in years.
Man,
I don't. You don't see ciphers anymore. When's the last time you seen a cipher outside a show?
bro, that's real.
Yeah.
Ciphers are like crackheads. You don't see them no more.
You don't really see ciphers anymore. And when they do pop up, yeah. I saw a beatbox cipher in Atlantic City, and it warmed my heart.
No shit.
And it was a multiple beatbox ciphers popping off. And that would have been the first time in years that I was like, yo, these are real ciphers. They're just beatboxing. And it was amazing, dude. I was like the last cipher I witnessed.
How long ago was this?
Last year.
Okay, so recent. Hey, shout out to Atlantic City, man, keeping that shit alive.
Yeah.
So, all right, man. So what's what's a life lesson that you've learned in the process of, pursuing or creating your music?
Uh, yeah, you're the only person that's gonna be in your way of getting shit done. You know what I'm saying? Like you got, be accountable for what you're doing. If something's not happening at a certain speed, you're the only one to blame.
All right.
That's straight up, man. It's on you. You got to want it or not.
He knocking y'all out, man, knocking them out the box, bro.
It ain't something else. It's you. It's just your drive.
It's not me. It's you. It's not us.
Yeah.
So, man, bro, I appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you so much for your time. It's always a great conversation, but I enjoy your energy, man. You like to laugh, you like to smile a lot. You got a great energy, man. It's almost surprising from the lyrics because you have an aggressive tone. It's playful but aggressive, and I like it. But the playfulness comes through even more when they talk with you, But you still have that, hey, man, I ain't with the bullshit though. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. But
I try not to be with it. So yeah, try not to.
No, it's real. It's authentic, and that's something that all creatives like is to be able to see and express authenticity and be appreciated for that. So we appreciate your vulnerability. Definitely want to take this time to give you your flowers, man. For doing what you do as you rep for not only hip hop 50 years, but the West Coast for KC. We're happy to have you, man. I'm only been here 15, so definitely happy to have you. But on the way out, man, is there anything that you want us to know? Anything you need them to hear from you? Anything they should be checking for? You mentioned a project coming out. Like, how long we gotta wait?
Oh man, it should be hopefully within another month or two. A project on boy Spartacus and the Killer City Kids, Evolve and Wisdom. We got a project dropping. Just follow me on Instagram. So you stay updated. Hit the Bandcamp. YouTube, Crouton Johnson.
I love that name. I love that name.
That's the one that'll probably like take over Negro Skull. I'll evolve from Negro Skull to full on Crouton Johnson.
All right, so we gonna everyone tapping in. Appreciate y'all being here. You're actually getting a hipster moment. You're meeting Skonelius Negro Skull as he evolves into Crouton Johnson, y'all. I mean, you're having your moment right now, man.
It is.
Sir, it's been an honor and a pleasure. I thank you so much. I'm all out of questions. It's been a hell of a time, and I got great quotes here, man. Shit, we're going to do this again. I got a whole other platform with my commission brothers. Shout out to my man Chop out there in the comments. Everyone that's tapped in, make sure y'all, now is the time. When we're done here, go follow Negro Skull, Skonelius the Great. I'm pretty sure he set the private because he filters out the fake, but go ahead and get the request in. Tap in with him. We're gonna get you lined up for another interview, sir. I want to talk more hip hop with you on my commission.
Yes, it's meet in person too. Hang out, man, for sure.
Hey, man, I'll bring the lactose the pills because I'm intolerant, but I'll fuck with some pizza though, so we'll make it happen, man. Okay. I got some beer. I'll bring some papers.
All right. That sounds like a plan, man. Thank you for having me.
Your blessings, man. You have a good one. As I always say, love yourself like you love the world and do something to earn your place in the world this week. Salute.
Respect. Later.